most of us, having our own business is something we'd hope to achieve within the prime of our lives. Our late 20s, 30s, maybe even our early 40s. But today we're meeting a young entrepreneur who's doing just that at age 19. This is Kyle, and he runs the Glebe Cottage Tearoom in Kildale, North Yorkshire. Situated roughly between Danby and Stokesley, most of the cafe's business is generated by people from the local area, dog walkers and trekkers looking for a respite mid-walk. Kyle's been running the cafe with help from volunteer friends and family since July 2018 and doesn't look to be going anywhere anytime soon. Kyle has agreed to meet with me and my cameraman Tom to talk about the day-to-day running of the Glebe, discuss what it's like to be a young business owner, and share how his culinary career came to be. Kyle, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Are we alright to have a look around?
You certainly are.
So Kyle, what can you tell us about the kitchen?
Well, this is it. It's not very big. It's it is what it is. It's manageable.
Yeah. So is it just yourself on a particularly busy day working in here, or we have 2 or 3 other people?
Generally, it'll be me and one person doing the dishes. And if I need help, they'll jump in and help me. So if I need them to put a pan of soup on, or I've got one of my friends that I'm training, basically.
Fair enough. What sort of things do you normally serve up?
Really sort of general cafe stuff. It's, we get a lot of walkers and bikers in, so they're quite like the sort of bacon buddies and big hearty bowls of like broth and soup and stuff like that. But we'll do sandwiches and things like that as well.
So like light, snacky, but feel
Yeah, light lunches, but Yorkshire portions, really.
Sounds good. Shall we see the rest of the cafe?
Yeah.
Don't let the Glebe's modest appearance fool you. With 30 covers both inside and out, on a busy summer's day the cafe can see between 360 to 400 people through the door, with many choosing to sit on the floor should no more chairs remain. The cafe also houses a small shop that showcases products available for purchase from other local businesses. These products range from honey to local history books, with proceeds from the latter going to support the local church. So Kyle, what first drove you to pursue being a chef as a career? Was it something that was sort of self-led, or did you have a particular inspiration from within the industry?
It's something I've always been interested in, food, making my own food. I've always been interested in sort of what goes into it, and I was just drawn to it, really. In fact, one of my first memories is sitting on the countertop at home and helping my mum make cheese sauce of all things, but there you go, yeah, it's sort of in my blood.
Was it difficult at all for food or drink suppliers to not necessarily take you seriously, but do you think there was a bit of apprehension if they knew how old you were and that this was going to be the first venture that you had?
If anything, it was more enthusiasm from them. I mean, the baker who we get the bread from, he's known me since I was little, but he was thrilled that I was having making my own business. And a lot of people are quite surprised when they find out my age, because it's mum and dad quite a lot on the till, and a lot of people are surprised when they find out it's my business and they just don't expect that. But no, I've never had anyone be negative at the fact that, oh, you shouldn't be running a business at your age, sort of thing.
Why Kildale, can I ask? It seems a bit out of way to me, but then again, I live further away. Was it sort of like the convenience from where you lived, or was it sort of like one of the few places that was sort of looking to be leased out, as it were?
It was, my mum walks past here quite a lot. She noticed, in fact, it was one of her friends who said, oh, the tea room in Kildale, it's up for lease again. I wasn't having the best of times at my previous job, and Mum mentioned it to me, and I said, oh yeah, I'll go have a look at it. Why not? What harm can it do? It's a 5-minute drive from where I'm normally at work. Had a little look and sort of peered through the window with all the lights off and went, yeah, I think I can do something with that.
Finally, I'd like to ask, 5 years down the line or so, do you see yourself still here at the Glebe, running a very successful tea room, or do you think possibly you have an aspiration to move on somewhere maybe a little bit bigger, if not terribly far away from the area we currently are in, or do you feel that you would like to one day own your own restaurant?
I would definitely don't see myself here in 5 years. At this point in time, I can't see myself being here for 5 years. You know, I'll be a lot older then and probably want a change.
Fair enough.
And as far as sort of opening another restaurant or something goes, I tend to say I'm always on the lookout. I've always got my eye on something. You know, I'm always looking at sort of places that are sort of up for sale or for let or rent or whatever, and I've always sort of got me radar on, having a little look online at what's about hither and thither. So
fair enough. Well,
a possibility.
Thank you for having us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Fine.
Hope everything goes well with the business.
Brilliant. Thanks.
I imagine you're quite proud that Kyle has his own business at 19, and that you would have fully supported him in this venture. But when he's first come to you with the idea of wanting his own business, did you think that would be sort of viable, or did you think maybe you'd have to wait till he was a bit older?
Kyle's always wanted his own business since he was a tiny thing. He's always wanted to have his own business. So he's worked in the industry for about 18 months, and he's had a Saturday job before then, and then I knew that this place became available and it was on a lease renting provision, so he didn't have a lot of money to put up front. So I mentioned it to him because I actually knew the property, and brought him round to see it, and he really liked it, and he liked that it was quite small, and he thought that he could manage it, so we arranged to come and have a visit inside and see if it would be suitable for him. Which we did, and I think it's a really good thing for him to pursue, because it's just something that he's always wanted to do, and I've just been a parent that's always supported what my son's wanted to do.
So you briefly touched upon that you came across it whilst out walking with a friend and noticed that it was up for lease. Was it sort of the first time that you'd seen the property at all when you were out for that walk, or had you known about it prior?
No, I know the property. I haven't spent a lot of time in here because the times I've walked past it's usually been closed, to be quite honest, but I've always thought, oh, that would be a lovely place to go and have something to eat, and I know a lot of people that did come here. So when it was just seemed like it was something that would really suit him, so that's why we sort of like mentioned it to him, and we just took it from there. The decision was fully his, really, at the end of the day.
He's also mentioned that you and Andrew, your husband, help out and volunteer whilst he's busy in the back making all the food, and sometimes I know you help out in the kitchen as well. What is the feeling of sort of working as part of a family business like for you personally?
It's great, actually. It's really good. It's been lovely to support him on this journey, and I wouldn't, I don't know that he would have managed it without our help directly in the start, because of the financial commitments, especially going through the first winter when we don't really know how many people are going to come through the door. So it was just having us on board, I think, has helped him establish the business a bit quicker than he may well have managed on his own. The only thing I would say that sometimes it's when you all go home and you're all involved in it, it's just really hard to switch off because there's always something that needs doing.
Yeah.
So we're going at home, we're going, have you remembered to do this? Have you remembered to do that? We need to not forget to do this. So that can be quite a bit difficult, a bit challenging sometimes, yeah.
Fair enough. Is there anything else that you personally would like to add on the end as maybe a little message for the viewers or anything along those lines?
I just think that if you're a young person and you've got a dream and you want to try and do something, I just think, really just ask for help from people around you, and just don't be frightened to just have a go, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, it's okay. You can try something else.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay, you're very
Cheers
welcome.
now.
Okay.